All right, cannoneers, post.
Not really. We're just going to give them a 20.
What they're going to do is they're going to go to their stations with no rounds for demonstration purposes only. Commence firing. Load.
We're not actually firing.
We're not actually going to load.
It's a cold gun.
Now, the round comes up, and I'm going to inspect it to make sure it's the right one. Nod.
And I'm going to take the round, and after the rammer indicates to me that it's ready to load, I will put it in the barrel, and I'll stand by and wait for the firing. And then before it fires, we look down range to make sure there's no one in harm's way. After it's fired, we watch to make sure we haven't set anyone or any bush on fire.
Bill over here, number 1 is the rammer, and he's going to ram that round out, while number 3 has his finger over the hole to stop any air. Amen. Stop any air. Okay, round is now rammed. I'm going to sight the piece. This thing weighs 1,700 pounds, so you're not going to pick it up and move it, but you can, if you need to, move it slightly sideways, or I can using this, bring the barrel up or down. But I like the rock I'm aimed at. Field goal. Next command, the round's in there, but the firing pin's not. Next command will be ready. Firing pin man is going to step up.
There's the powder bag is in there, but to make sure we get a spark onto the powder, he's going to have to poke a hole in the bag. So that's what he does now.
Historically, a silk bag that you got to puncture. We're using aluminum foil.
Okay. Now I get to prime the piece and fire it. And this is what the real primer looks like. There's a little bit of gunpowder in there, and when I yank it, it causes a spark, just like a cap. It drops into the powder and causes the explosion. But I'm not going to do that right now. So well, just a second. We'll get there. I'm going to use a training primer right now. So this one doesn't have any explosive in it. Set that in there. And we look at each other to make sure we're on the same wavelength here. I step out until the cord is taut, and I give him a nod. He lets me have it. Now the signal to the sergeant back there that the piece is ready to fire, I'll look away.
And the next command, of course, don't do it yet, is going to be fire. Now, when I give that, you're going to hear it. When I say fire, I want you all to yell. Yell what?
Boom!
Boom!
Boom or
Okay.
kaboom?
Either one.
Karboom!
Kerboom. Yell kerboom. Okay, now, last thing I check, make sure everything's safe downrange. Make sure everybody is, you don't want anybody standing behind the wheel, because if this was a real round, it's going to, come backwards. I'm going to do it right now. Fire!